How do we go about dealing with passive aggressive English? And what exactly is passive aggressive English? Well, I'm sure we've all experienced this at some time or another, whereby someone is using the English language and it appears you just feel that the language that's being used is very elegant, very well meaning, very nice, even. But you can just feel underneath all that sort of formality and nicety, there are undercurrents of disapproval there and, as the name suggests, aggression. So, what do we do about this, especially if we're non native speakers? We can just feel that something is just not quite right. Let me give you a couple of examples. So, maybe somebody might say something to you in a meeting along the lines of, "That's an interesting idea. Have you fully thought it through?" Or even more, a little bit stronger than that, somebody might say something along the lines of, "Fine, fine, just go ahead. That's okay." And you can just feel from the tone that's being used that all is not well. What do you do about it? Well, for me, the most important thing is always to challenge passive aggressive behavior. And how do you go about doing that? You don't need to be aggressive yourself. You don't need to be angry in any single way. You just need to be polite. So you can say something along the lines of, "You seem to have some sort of concern here. Would you mind sharing what you're worried about with me?" And by doing that, you bring the concerns to the surface, and the other person has no choice but to reveal what's really in the back of their minds. Or if there's nothing there at all, in fact, if they're just being confrontational for the sake of being confrontational, for the sake of provoking an argument, they're likely to back off at that point.